Hi, my name is Jackie Hedgecock. I'm a realtor on the southeastern coast of North Carolina, and today's video is another video on landfall. I get a ton of questions about the videos that I put online, specifically from YouTube, when it comes to landfall. So one thing I want to say is whenever I tour somebody through landfall, they quickly learn that landfall is like a whole nother town. There are over 2,000 houses here, so what we're going to talk about today is the different subregions. I'll say there's 13-ish subregions of homes within landfall. So it's kind of like subdivisions within the subdivision of landfall. So I mention it because sometimes people say, hey, our max price is less than $1 million and we want to get into landfall. So I would say entry level to landfall is Regency. Now Regency was developed in the early 2000s. Majority of landfall was developed in the 80s and 90s. And Regency, the houses are closer together. So that's why the house prices are lower, but it is newer construction. We say new construction for landfall. So if you want to get into landfall, newer construction, sacrifice lot sizes, then Regency is a good fit for you for getting into landfall. Now switching gears completely, I like to call it OG landfall. And you're like, what is OG landfall? Whenever we do a tour, it takes about 2 hours to tour landfall, and you'll quickly find out that OG landfall is kind of like the most of landfall because that's when it was developed, 80s and 90s, those kind of houses. You've got the bigger lot sizes, you've got the golf course views, you've got the intercoastal waterway front homes. So that's not all of OG landfall, but part of OG landfall, which totally is a Jackie Hedgecock term, not everybody calls it that, you don't have a secondary HOA to pay. So I was just talking about Regency. There's a lot of subdivisions that were developed later and you have a secondary HOA, but they're pretty cheap. The HOA right now in 2025 is $4,000-ish a year, and then you're going to pay another couple $100 every 6 months for one of those. So I recently did a video on Helmsdale. Helmsdale is the final phase of development in landfall because there's no more land that is going to be developed here. So it truly is your last chance of building new construction in landfall. Those homes range from probably about $1.5 to $2 million. There are also a lot of subregions in landfall where they have patio homes, which is mostly one-story living, and the lots are a little bit closer together. And it's really great for people that are sometimes looking for a second home, or people that want something that's like really turnkey and really low maintenance. And so if you hear us talk about patio homes, that's what we're referencing. This leads me to talk about pricing. So it might seem like there's a huge range, and if a house that's older and smaller sells for 1.2 million and a house that's newer and bigger sells for 1 million, it's because of the region that they're in within landfall. So whenever you come to look at landfall, please work with somebody that lives in landfall and knows landfall. I've had this happen so many times where people buy a house in landfall and they're not happy with the location that they're in because the realtor knew nothing about landfall. And I usually end up working with these people. I help them sell their house, and then I help them find where they really want to live within landfall. With that being said, my email is in the description. Please shoot me an email. Visit my website, jackiehedgecock.com. My cell phone number is on there because I would be more than happy to tour you around landfall.